Jealous of your tacos, Maddie.
You can't say that on stream. I'm going to do something because I've always wanted to do this, just because of how much I hate it. What's up, guys? Welcome to a show that you're watching on YouTube. God, I hate that. Sorry, I'm taking that back. I hate when people do that.
If you hate when people do what?
No, they do this. They always go, "What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel," and they say they like the channel's name. It's different how you say it.
I'm like, I do that. What are you talking about?
No, you say
I feel attacked.
No, you say welcome, beautiful people of the internet or whatever. That's different. Everyone who's just like, "What's up, guys?" Stop it. They don't care. They don't. Stop saying, "What's up, guys?" They're not going to reply, "Oh, having a shitty day. Thanks for asking."
I feel so attacked right now.
No, you change it up. It's different if you're like, "Welcome, Womp Squad." See, you're changing it up. You're not just saying, "What's up, guys?" And you have like this weird
This is such a weird energy to start the show on. Like, look at us and why we're better than all of you.
Just if
look at us and our 200 subscribers.
I hope that you are a person who feels the same. You could go to any fucking channel, just click on a video. If it's an instructional guide on how to change your plunger, it's some guy who's like, "What's up, guys?" And you're like,
I just want to know
Stop asking me how I'm doing.
How to plunge my toilet.
Some of them are different.
I will say the instructional videos that have like a 3-minute intro.
Stop it.
Look, dude, all you're doing is making me want to go back to the search results and find literally any other video.
One that's 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like I came here for one thing. Anyways, I'm really sorry.
Hey, you want to what? So do we go back now? What's up, Womp Squad?
No, I'm not even gonna say "What's up, Womp Squad" because it's "What's up, Womp Squad." It's the same thing. I'm just being like, "Womp Squad," and there it is. That's how we start. Or I don't know if it's trademarked. I've been trying to do this "Womp Squad, Womp Squad" Jaws thing. Womp Squad, Womp Squad. But it's hard to say. Womp Squad, Womp Squad. Blah, blah. I can't even say it that fast. I am all jacked up on sugar. Let's get going. It's
this
late.
Isn't even like an exciting week to be all jacked up for.
I got a big boy today.
Welcome to Game Shelf.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Welcome to Game Shelf.
Special what's up to my boy taking a shower right now, Moose. Thanks for listening.
So creepy.
I know. He's going to be listening to the shower and be like, "Wait, what? What?"
Good Lord.
Anybody listening to us taking a shit right now, thank you. I hope that our soothing voices help your passage of your shit. Today we're going to talk about Gamescom. We're going to talk about Gamescom because guess what? I forgot it was today entirely.
Yeah, Gamescom was today, and so we're going to have a news-heavy podcast.
In Cologne.
Hope you're ready to strap in for all, like, 3 things that got revealed at Gamescom.
Strap on for strapping in.
Let me tell you, I don't know if I could hang on to all these, like, breaking news announcements that happened
World
today.
premiere this, world premiere that.
World premiere.
Yeah, what's up, world premiere? Anyway,
you going to tell them what Game Shelf is?
Yeah, so Game Shelf is a shelves about games, and Kenway and I do this thing where we talk every once in a while. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at this. Game Shelf is a place where you can come and you can enjoy us two talk about games and news-related games and news.
It was so close to being like a coherent
you thought
sentence.
it was gonna be good. He's like,
I was like, Alex, I'm so proud of you for forming a cohesive thought.
Welcome to Gamescast, where we talk about games, news, and I can't do this with a straight face.
Amazing. Alex, what have you been playing this week?
You can't guess because you already know.
I already know.
I know. And I'm getting, I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn again.
Still.
And so here's the thing.
So what we're saying is that nothing has changed for either one of us. You're still playing Horizon. I'm still playing Destiny 2.
This background is the same background on my work computer, my PlayStation's home screen, and any other device I have has this exact same back screen. So a lady...
Don't do that. Oh, they're going to turn it around.
No, I'm not going to do that. It's green.
Someone... Despite the fact that your credit card information is not on your screen, if the second you turn it around, someone will get it.
Oh, yeah. So anyways, no, I have the same thing. Well, a lady had passed by my desk today, and she goes like, "Hey, what's your background?" Because it's more colorful than other people's. So I was like, "Oh, it's cool." I showed it to her, and she had never heard about this game, and she just bought a PlayStation. So her and I had to have like a 5-minute conversation about the best games that she should have, not being a PlayStation owner. So I was like, well, obviously I'm a little biased here, but I was like, "Have you ever played The Last of Us?" And she goes, "No, what's that?" And I'm like, forget any game you've ever played. If you're going to buy a PlayStation game, go play this because the second one's coming out soon, and it's just one of the best games you can have as a PlayStation.
Let's be careful how we throw that soon word around.
It will be within the next 2 to 3 years.
That is not soon.
That is soon.
Soon, to me, at the absolute most, is the end of the current calendar year.
Oh, so like 6 months.
And even 6 months is like, that's a ways out yet. That's close.
When will then
But
be
like,
now?
Soon. Soon to me, I would think is like within the next couple months. Like Destiny 2 Shadowkeep expansion. That is soon. Not soon enough, but it is
soon. I taste Little Caesar's pizza now, and now oh God.
Are you complaining?
Not when it's mixed with fruit punch.
You're not complaining when it's mixed with fruit punch?
Anyway, what have you been playing? I'm assuming Destiny.
Yeah, I got the thing. I had I was playing a lot of it because of the Solstice expansion or the Solstice event, and I was trying to get the Solstice armor. Did it, got it, upgraded it, top tier. It's the first like big video game accomplishment I've had in a long time, I feel like, and I've been so excited about it. I'm real happy. I got the armor glow. So my guy's got glowy now. He zips around. He's just glowing purple. It's fucking great. I'm a happy boy. Found out apparently there's an event going on that you can get a t-shirt, like an actual like physical real
like
world.
That Tyler says?
Yeah, like that one. Like they're doing that again this year. And when I found out about it, I was already over halfway done with the event, which was great. Like I've completed half of the objectives.
Yeah.
And I looked at the last like 7 things that I needed to do. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to do the rest of it. It's like you unlock challenges for like beating all the different raids and getting like certain exotic missions completed, and it's all stuff that I'm not gonna be able to do. I would love to. Like one of them is for there's one of the triumphs is for unlocking like 3 exotic weapons, like 3 specific ones, and at least 2 of the 3 have heavy crucible requirements, which is our player versus player.
Yeah,
and it's not like play games. It's like you have to have like a KD ratio that like gets like, I think one of them has a thing where you have to like fill like 100% bar, and the only way that you fill it is by having more kills than deaths. Like so, like every time. So as your KD ratio is positive, every kill that you get, it adds to the meter.
Right.
And when you die, it takes it back away.
Yep. So you have to really be good.
And I am terrible. So it's just not going to happen.
I don't like when they do things like that.
Yep.
Like the trophy
It drives
system.
me nuts.
The trophy system in a lot of the games that we have, they're very similar to that. Like I could have half the trophies in games that I have currently had they not been online trophies.
Right.
Like why you got to make me do that?
Yep.
Stop it.
Yep. So as much as I would love to have my Destiny 2 Moments of Triumph 2019 t-shirt with my gamer tag on the sleeve, it's probably not in the cards for me. I'm going to try. I'm going to give it my damnedest.
Pay somebody to do it.
Here's the good news is that, and I'm going to go ahead and spoil one of my pieces of news for later, is that cross save comes to Destiny 2 in 2 days.
Yeah.
Which means that I am going to have about a month with adding all of my Sony friends to the list of people that I can play Destiny 2 with. So maybe, just maybe, I might be able to put together a raid team and get through them.
Yeah, why not?
We'll see. But 2 days. Actually, by the time this episode comes out, cross save will be in Destiny. So we'll see what happens. I am hopeful that, and I'm pretty sure I already own Forsaken on Destiny 2. And if
There's
I don't,
no way you don't.
If I don't, I can definitely pick it up. So we'll see.
I feel your pain in one quick thing. I am this close to my first platinum trophy on PlayStation.
Your first?
I get through. I'm not like the completionist guy on YouTube. Sorry, dude. I don't know what the fuck you do for a living other than play video games. Never mind. I'm this close to my first platinum trophy, and it's Horizon. I only have one more thing to do, and then I get all of them, and then I'll be like, I can die happy.
So real quick, bemused waffle, Mr. Liam in chat is telling me, says you can get the Moments of Triumph without the exotics or the raids. By the way, prove it. Show me how, because from where I'm at, it looked like most of the easy stuff that I had left that I could do was by completing a bunch of the raids. Was going to be the easier way to get rid of those done.
What do you know? You're a waffle.
Let me know. Shoot it at me. I really want to get that t-shirt. So I'm about it. I'm here for it.
Just pay somebody for theirs.
In any case, Destiny 2, been playing that strong, despite the fact that I have now, as of today, purchased 4 PlayStation 4 games in like the last 2-ish weeks.
I know. And we're going to talk about
I have
them.
installed them all, and I have not played a single. Well, I've installed 3 of them. I haven't played a single one.
He took a screenshot of it on the start menu, but didn't start it.
Well, so that was while I was still trying to get the Destiny armor. I installed it so that I could get to it, because you bet your ass that I am playing SpiderMan the second that this Destiny event is over. But so I installed it so that way when I got to it, I could just go pick it up and go.
Go.
I wanted to not have to worry about like
Installing and
updates
waiting.
or any of that kind of stuff. I just wanted it to be there and ready for me.
Yep.
So in the last 2 weeks, including today, I have purchased SpiderMan because they put it on crazy sale. The entirety of the Uncharted collection.
I'm so proud of
Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I'm so proud of you.
And today I picked up the Kingdom Hearts, the story so far. I think that's what they call it. It's all of the games leading up to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Right.
Picked that up because there was
But you
a
already
copy
have
for
3, don't you?
$20 at GameStop.
You already have 3.
Right. It was everything else.
Right. But that's what I was saying. So you now have everything.
Yeah, I now have every Kingdom Hearts game.
There you go.
Which, like, a lot of them I had bought at some point over the years and just either lost or they got away from me or whatever. Like, for instance, I took Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days on my very first tour that I ever went on. And at some point, it just disappeared. It was the only game I brought. I didn't take it out of the console for any reason, but at some point, it just wasn't in my DS anymore. And it was gone forever. I don't know. IDK. Where did it go? You tell me. But now I own it again on PlayStation 4.
Well, we now have 2 more show ideas. You and I could both play Spider-Man at the same time. We could also play the Uncharted series at the same time, and then you and I could talk about it.
Yeah, Alex, let's stream. Let's do it. Get together. Let's live stream me playing Spider-Man. I'm all for it.
And I can sit there and be like, I remember all
Yeah,
this.
and you can give me helpful tips and like.
I'll give you a helpful tip.
Yeah, please do. And if there's like stuff that I'm missing on the way, you can be like, hey, go over here and do this thing because it's worth it. It'd be great.
Now jump off this building.
People would love it. All 3 people who actively follow us on our Twitch channel would love it.
Yeah, we probably should.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Well, I'm 100% down for that.
Oh, I can't wait.
I will play all of those games on stream with you, and I will wait to do that. We just have to actually do it. It'd be great. I do. Give me that. Give me those sweet tips. Give me that sweet tip.
One singular tip.
Should we go?
Yeah,
Move on?
yeah.
Let's do the show. Games coming out.
Oh, yep.
Soon.
Damn it. Soon-ish.
Soonish. So this is everything for the next like 2-ish weeks. Oninaki, I missed this somehow. It looks like a JRPG. I need to look more into it. That comes out this week. So by the time this episode comes out, it'll be out.
Mr. Miyagi.
Looks like a JRPG. Oninaki. It looked like from the I just saw like the box art and that was it, and so they saw the release date. But it looks like it might be by the people who did like Okami, maybe.
Oh,
I don't know that for sure. That is 100% speculation
wolf,
based
right?
on a third of the box art that I saw.
is that the wolf one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks just like it.
I don't know if they're related at all, but it looks cool.
Artwork definitely looks just like it.
It's very similar in
100%.
style-wise.
Oh, and it's Square Enix.
Yeah, so that was like, oh, I've never heard of this game, but it comes out this week. I should probably pick that up.
Yeah, how did I miss that?
Shortly after that, and that comes out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Shortly after that, Control.
I know.
August 27th. It is here. We
Ah.
are almost here. I haven't pre-ordered the game yet, but I still might.
I
We'll
know.
see. That comes out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Shortly after that, on Nintendo Switch, August 30th, Astral Chain comes out. I'd never heard of this thing before, but apparently
I feel like I've heard that.
Yeah, they had a trailer at E3, which was the first time I'd ever heard
That's
of
gotta be what I
anything
heard.
surrounding this. It looked really cool.
Astral Chain?
Yes. Just as, and more importantly, Blair Witch comes out Xbox One and PC
That looks
on
fun.
August 30th as
Hell
well.
yeah.
The Spyro Reignited trailer or trilogy on
Which?
September 3rd on Nintendo Switch is coming.
Yeah.
September 6th, Gears 5 on Xbox One and PC.
That actually doesn't look bad.
I am, after today, I'm a little bit more excited about it.
Yep.
And we'll talk more about that soon. And then NBA 2K20, September 6th on PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC.
Neat.
Yeah, so actually we're starting to get into game season now. The
Yeah.
last couple, like, out in the next 2 weeks, the segments that we've had have been kind of dry.
And they've usually just been repeats of what we said last week.
Right. And that's going to inevitably happen because I always go for like the next 2 or 3 weeks. So
Right.
then it overlaps for show to
yeah.
show.
But there's like actually something we look forward to.
Right. There's actually like, okay, the games are coming now. We are officially in I'd say the tip edge of holiday season.
What's
like
up with you and tips?
I love tips, man. Give me that tip. So we are right at the edge of like all the holiday season stuff is finally gonna start kicking into gear because
Like a snowball.
Right, because we'll have the I'm sure there's about 6,000 horror games that are gonna come out in October that we haven't even heard about yet.
I heard of a couple today.
Yeah, and then as soon as we get through that whole mess, it'll be nothing but Christmas season.
Yeah.
So that there are
Everything else that
I have like 6 games pre-ordered between now and December 31st.
For
like,
fuck's sake.
there's a lot of stuff coming out that I'm really excited about.
See, I really don't want to do a repeat of last year where I was like, all these games came out and I didn't play a single fucking one of them.
Yep. That's what I'm trying to avoid by actually
I know,
getting the
yeah.
games.
Get it the day it comes out, take a day off work, whatever.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I have here's what I'm thinking is that you seem like you're gonna play Control. I keep believing that you're gonna actually pick up Control. I really want to, but I'm starting to feel like I should pick up the Sony AK game and play that instead because it's like it comes out this week as well, and then we can have 2 different games to talk about. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. New games coming to Games Pass.
Thinks he's gonna borrow it though.
There are 2 things that we didn't talk about last week because they weren't out in the Game Pass list for August yet, which are, and this is not surprising but exciting, Blair Witch. Day and date that it launches will be on Game Pass.
Well, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. There's that.
All right.
And also, shocking but not shocking at the same time, Devil May Cry 5 is hitting Game Pass this week, which is only, what, 2 months old now?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I don't think it's hitting it because of like a lack of sales or anything, but Xbox bought that studio.
Oh,
so while it was technically still like an all parties game because they had purchased the company long after the game was developed and made. Now they have the right to do whatever the fuck they want with the IP, I'm sure.
So now they're just gonna.
So they're like, hey, it's still available everywhere. You can get it on Games Pass, $15 a month. Like it's part of the collection. There you go. Thought that was interesting. I'm gonna go play Devil May Cry 5 now for sure.
Yeah, might as
that's
well.
Definitely that's definitely a thing that we're gonna do. But as far as the free games, we did that last week. We don't need to do it again.
Yeah, go watch last week's.
We don't need a repeat. Yeah, give us that sweet
last
view,
week tip.
That extra view. Give us that sweet tip for last week. Just the tip. You know, get in there, slide in there, give us that sweet view on YouTube. Slide right on back. Come back and listen to the juicy news that is Gamescom 2019. Alex, the news was bursting out of the walls today. Everyone, viewers across the world, millions of them, watched the Gamescom stream and were just like jizzing their pants over and over and over again because the news and the release dates were just so good. They just couldn't stand all of the excitement that was games. Have I done a proper job of saying that was kind of like whatever?
Yeah. I think I fell asleep.
I
honestly was like, cool. Moving on.
So we're gonna move through this. It's probably gonna be a pretty short episode, honestly. But I do have a couple discussion points that I think are gonna be worth talking about.
The news and topic are pretty much gonna be just the same thing.
Just
time.
Gamescom, yeah. Yep. Gamescom and the news for the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
New Destiny 2 Shadowkeep trailer came out today at Gamescom. Go watch it if you like Destiny. It wasn't anything like they didn't give us anything crazy special, but it was a cool trailer.
So as far as I know, and what was it? The Vex are coming back, or was that a different one?
So there are 2 things from what I understand coming to Shadowkeep, right?
Yeah.
The trailer today was focused on the Vex because the new raid, I believe, that is going to be coming out with Shadowkeep is going back to the Black Garden, which is from Destiny 1. I don't know if you played that very much.
I played Destiny 1.
So they're going back to the Black Garden for the raid, which is like the home place of the Vex.
Right.
And they'll do anything to protect it. Grr. Yeah. Cool trailer. It's cinematic. It's not it's like a minute and a half long, but it was cool.
Was it the Fallen that were taking control of them? Is that what that was?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. My Destiny lore knowledge is not super strong right now because we are a long way away from Destiny 1 at this point.
It was a white liquid that was like entering their gears and stuff, but they were underwater.
That's the Vex's.
That's their juice.
Good Lord, what do they call it? Yeah, more or less, it's their juice. I guess we'll go with that.
I shouldn't say that.
Well, they call it like the Vex's milk or something. It's kind of gross.
What?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I like juice better.
Yeah,
Vex juice. Okay, because I didn't know if it was the Fallen, like somehow controlling them. Then I didn't understand it. But if it's just Vex juice,
milk.
Okay, you couldn't have picked any other color, huh? You had to go with white.
Oh my god. So that's a real thing.
Okay, but then the main thing was them going back to El Muno.
Yes, that's their piece. We're going back to the moon, and it is the same but different. So I don't know. The Hive is my favorite enemy type, so I'm really excited to like go back and fight more of the Hive.
Like shooting their heads off.
I don't know. Maybe it's just like the repressed Halo nerd in me, like missing the Flood days because that was always a nightmare. But I've always really been a fan of the Hive in general. But anyway, I do have more Destiny stuff to talk about, but we're gonna get to that in the next section. Next part. Disintegration revealed from ex-creative director of Bungie and Halo co-creator.
That explains it. He was like, hey, watch this thing. And I was like, yeah, I watched the rest of the game. So I watched it. I understand that. And as soon as I saw the first 30 seconds, I'm like, wait a minute, that's just a speeder, and then that's the metal hand. I was like, this is just Destiny.
When I first saw, first off, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit pause. It's a minute and a half long trailer, maybe 2 minutes at the most for Disintegration. It's got like 2,000 views on YouTube.
Well,
so this was a very soft launch.
It's not spelled the same either. It's not Disintegration. It's like Disintegration.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's why they have brackets, because it's Disintegration.
Well, in any case, when I saw him, I was like, is this like a weird like Destiny thing? Because his head looks like an XO.
Exactly.
But I was watching and I was like, okay, the guy has like some swagger to him, right? Mm-hmm. He's got like a cool personality.
You thought what's his face is back, right? Everybody?
When it like shifts over to gameplay, I'm thinking, I can't tell if this is more of a Destiny ripoff or a shot at Anthem, because it has like huge qualities from both of those games.
Yeah,
so I'm pretty sure it's a looter shooter, which cracks me up that he used to work at Bungie and is now creating a game that looks very Destiny-like.
Mm-hmm.
Insert question mark here.
There was
Don't get me wrong. The trailer looks cool.
Doesn't look bad.
Here's the thing: when it comes out, I'm probably gonna play it.
Try it out, yeah.
But it's a little.
It's a ripoff.
Like, it made me uncomfortable how close to Destiny and Anthem it felt.
Yep.
In a lot of different ways, because like that, the big guy in the suit was like, it looks just like the Anthem one. The Anthem. What were they called? The suits. I'm starting to say Titan. That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh, you're talking about the big boy.
Javelin.
Yeah,
Javelin. It looked like the big Javelin from Anthem.
Yep.
So I don't know. Not really much news there. The trailer was good, but it looked very similar. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna play it.
There was because it was a 4-person thing. The guy's floating above them, and the person's like running and shooting. The person who was running looked just like one of the Fallen or whatever. Like the way that they ran, I was like, this is totally a ripoff.
Yeah.
How is this not a ripoff?
Yeah. No,
how has this thing made it to where it is now without being like somehow in court?
You know, and this is strike this from the record before I even say it, because this is totally speculation. But there's like, I mean, he is the ex-creative lead or creative director from Bungie, which means there's probably a really good chance that he was there when Destiny development started, because this has been a long time.
So did he leave or was he fired?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about that. But there's a good chance that either like he probably owns some of the assets or some piece of it to where like he has like the legal right to use it, and it looks similar. And I don't think most people are going to care. Like, it's going to be another looter shooter. It's made by, they're an independent studio, so they're not owned by Activision Blizzard or EA or
whatever.
And they're just independent studio. Who knows? It looks cool. It looks like it's going to be a little bit tongue in cheek, because he makes it. The girl comes up and makes a joke about him like spending too much intimate time with the land speeder that he was on.
It's an inspection.
It's inspection. Yeah. So
there's the banter.
I'm interested to see more, because if the game's got heart and the characters have good personality, sign me up. Because if you haven't noticed, that was the thing that was missing from both Destiny and Anthem, was relatable characters that you care about besides Cade 6. And then we all saw how that turned out. So spoiler. Moving on. Witcher 3 for Switch gets a pseudo release date for October. So there's no date, but it's coming out in October, which is close.
That's soon-ish.
That is soon.
Soon-ish.
Yeah. 2 to 3 years? Not soon, Alex. That is soon.
Okay. When are you going to replace your car? I don't know, soon.
Trailer for Predator Hunting Grounds was revealed.
Okay. We got it. I thought that you weren't going to be able to play as the Predator at first.
I have some feelings about this, but
it did not look good. It looked clunky. The shooting did not look fantastic at first.
Okay, so I don't like to rag on games. I really don't. But the whole time I'm sitting here thinking, like, was this a GameCube game that like? Because like the movement looks terrible.
It does not look fantastic.
Like I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure it handles fine. Like, I'm sure it plays fine. Like, it looks like it's smooth enough. But it just had a very like,
that's what it was,
games from 15 years ago vibe to it. And then on top of that, I can't quite. It looks like it's like another Evolve kind of. It's like another like a asymmetrical multiplayer game.
It's the same people who made Friday the 13th. It's a 4v1.
Yeah, so it's another asymmetrical multiplayer.
Exactly.
Like,
so
versus,
4 people run away from something trying to kill them.
That's what Evolve is, by the way. Evolve was what started.
That was the monster one.
Yeah, Evolve was what started that whole trend.
Sorry, I was just confused.
No, you're fine.
I was like, what are you talking about? I remember that now.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong. Like, I know Dead by Daylight is still popular, but it's nowhere nearly as popular as it was like in its heyday.
No.
And I feel like the whole asymmetrical thing like came and went, but
If you can play as the Predator, though, that'd be pretty fun.
You can, but it looks.
But there's going to be restrictions.
It looks interesting.
You're going to think it's cool, but then your cloaking device is only good for 30 seconds, and you can only use the cannon 4 times.
Yeah.
Right, but then it's like, what? What's the, like, there's an objective, though. So 4 people have to do the objective while also being hunted. That sounds so difficult. Like, where's the evenness there?
So there's a couple things, and like I think of all of them, and I have very limited time with Evolve, and I have very limited time with Friday the 13th.
I never played either.
Dead by Daylight always felt the most balanced to me because the only like the task that you have to do to be able to get out of the park is just starting the generators, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which you can fuck up if you're not
real
like,
easy.
if your tensions are too high for sure. But like for the most part, your controls are run and fix generator when you find it.
Yeah.
Right. Like, that's all you have to try to do. And you cannot outrun the hunter, right? Like the hunter's always going to be faster than you, but they do give you obstacles that if you can like get yourself get between you and the predator, you and the hunter, that you'll be able to get away. Like you can run like through gaps and knock over boards that then he has to like stop and go around. Like you can do things and
it'll slow him down.
Yeah. And so like the balancing to that set seemed like it was simple enough to like keep okay, so long as they didn't make the hunter overpowered.
Right.
I always liked playing as what is it, the Wraith, I think, because you can go invisible and they wouldn't see you coming. That was always great. But in any case, yeah, I don't know. I felt like that genre like came and blew up and then went, and now we have this random Predator game that's coming out that's doing the same thing. I don't know.
I think I would like to play it with us. Like that would be a fun game for the channel to play. Because it's somewhat competitive. Like if you got to play the hunter and then we all had to run away from you, that'd be fun.
Salt in the Wounds, Alex. I've tried to do that for the last 3 times that we've gotten together, but someone always doesn't show up. Someone always doesn't show up. We need 5 people.
We can do it for Extra Life.
All
here.
5 of us have to be available for that game.
We're all here.
And it means that nobody can like, hey, I'm not coming today, guys.
Do we play that all on one console? How do you do that?
No, that's a 5 console game.
What?
Yeah.
You don't split screen that shit?
Nope.
Fuck. That'd be really difficult. You'd have to have like an 80-inch TV just to see everything. And then you could just screen watch. Never mind. That is smart. I was like, oh, I know where you're at.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Moving on. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to pick this game up. The Predator. If you're excited about it, let us know. I don't know. This feels like a cash grab on the IP, right? It's just like Predator.
Well, no one's
made money.
No one's made a Predator game. They've made tons of Alien games, though.
Well, there was an Alien versus Predator game, wasn't there? I feel like
Aliens.
I think I read something about this being not a sequel to the last one, but being like a reboot on its own.
Maybe. I don't remember that.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah,
Let's just moving on. Here we go. Cyberpunk 2077 coming to Google Stadia. Is this news? This got articles on every major website. And I get it, like they want people to know, like, yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be on our platform.
But why? Give one fuck.
But why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, if you want to try to be
like, if you're going to be
the realm of all the other systems,
a legitimate like game store, like games reseller service store, why would the most anticipated game of 2020 not be coming to your platform?
Makes sense to put it on there, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was general confusion around whether it would be or not, or they're just trying to like prove that they are out there like grabbing licensing for IP to be able to do this, but it just seems like one of those things that I would have anticipated to exist.
One of the potential
if the platform is owned by Google and is going to exist, they're going to have Cyber. I don't know why they wouldn't.
If you don't put one of the games that's going to be in the running for Game of the Year on your console, then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, I don't IDK, but confirmed it's coming 2020. They said that there's no they don't have a date on it. They don't know if it'll launch a day and date on Stadia, which again, I don't know why it wouldn't if the platform is up and running by then smoothly, but I guess.
Who the fuck's buying a Stadia anyways?
I guess we'll see. Yeah, I still can't figure out who Google Stadia is meant for, but
Google?
They're still
we buy our own shit.
Google is still hemorrhaging money into it, so apparently they assume that there's an audience out there for them somewhere. Maybe they know something I don't. We'll see. I don't know. PUBG getting console crossplay coming in September.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, another game added to the list that Sony has finally like, okay, yeah, we'll do crossplay. Fine.
Thank you.
Good boy, Sony.
I'm on team board with this.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't want to give you a head pat because this is a thing that you should have done a long time ago, and I'm not going to keep rewarding you for that. But good job, you did the thing,
nailed it.
So yeah, if you play PUBG on console, crossplay is coming. Great, play with your friends.
So fun. I didn't think I was going to be into this until all of a sudden everyone's like, yeah, crossplay sounds like a good idea. You now make me want to play games with my friends who have all these other consoles.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Weird. Not me, obviously, but
PC people, like, I can't remember which one it was.
No, this is console crossplay. So PC players will not be able to play PUBG with console
No, but
players.
there was one that he said it today.
And rightfully so.
Fuck. I can't remember which one it was. But this guy was like, you can play cross consoles and you can play with your friend who has a PC.
On what game?
I don't remember.
It's probably not a shooter, whatever it is.
No, hold on. I'm trying to read
the problem.
I'm trying to read what he had on his shirt. Oh, it's Modern Warfare.
Ooh, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, but the fact that you can do it, though, if you want to play with your friend who's really good at PC, but you're on PlayStation and your other friend's on Xbox, you guys can do that.
Well, I mean, we did that. We did that on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/bottomshelfgames.
Plug.
I played Fortnite with when we had an entire fire team in Destiny. I don't know what you call it. Yeah, we had a whole team, and it was me playing on Xbox. One of our viewers was playing on PlayStation 4, and two of them were playing on Switch. And all of us were playing together in one party.
See?
It was fucking beautiful.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's awesome.
This is where we've deserved to be for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for the progress that
let's play together as a community that we all claim to be a part of.
Okay, so here is the first big one that I didn't put the link in here for some reason.
There's no way it's been 6 minutes.
Insomniac.
What are you talking about?
Headline from this is straight out of the press release. Sony Interactive Entertainment to acquire Insomniac Games, developer of PlayStation 4's top-selling Marvel Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank. So the 20 plus or whatever years of will they or won't they is finally over. It hasn't happened yet, but they have entered into the conversation that essentially says that SIE, Sony Interactive, is going to officially acquire and purchase and own Insomniac Game Studios.
So don't Sony, don't they still have the rights to Spider-Man?
Well, so there's a lot of things to this, right? It's not just Spider-Man. They are buying Insomniac as a whole.
I know,
right, in general.
But rewind to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. Doesn't Sony own that property?
Oh, yeah.
So if Sony buys Insomniac, who just made one of the best Spider-Man games ever,
right? But they already have exclusivity over anyway. Like
I know.
Sony already has that IP in their back pocket, regardless.
Right? But now with this purchase, it could be even better.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm torn because Insomniac Games has been one of my favorite developers.
Well,
since I was like 2, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
You were this tall at 2?
I was this tall.
Jesus.
I was but a wee lad when Insomniac became one of my favorite developers, and they have been. So like, like Sunset Overdrive was a fucking great game that just did not get the love that it deserved, and I was like, that crushed me because that was like,
that was a fun game.
I wanted Insomniac to come over and make an Xbox exclusive and just fucking kill it and stay there, right?
Yep.
And they did, but nobody bought the fucking game. So alas, here we are. And I put in my note, I think that Sony acquires Insomniac shocks no one, right? Like
it's gonna happen.
It's been so long. I mean, we think like they had Spyro, they had all the Spyro games. We're Insomniac. We had the entirety of the Ratchet and Clank saga was all Insomniac.
A matter of time.
All only on PS4 or PS4,
PS4,
or PlayStation in general. I mean, so like it makes sense. We've all seen it coming, and they think they've put in offers like multiple times over the years, and that their CEO, was it Tim Price?
I don't know people's names.
Maybe I'm so sorry, my guy, if I forgot to check your name before I said it and I can't remember it now. Ted Price. I was close. It just wasn't the right time. Like and they to their effort, like they made Sunset Overdrive with Xbox. They've been making a bunch of like weird VR games for the Oculus for the last few years.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, like they've been real busy. And I guess they were finally ready. Like, fine, like let's get bought out and get all the extra infrastructure and money that comes with being owned by Sony, right? So on one hand, I'm excited. I think this all but confirms Spider-Man 2 and probably a 3 if 2 goes just as well, because it will. And
I want to buy the expansions.
Well, you don't have those yet?
I know, and they're super cheap.
I have them.
I don't care. I know. However, I will admit, they talked about this recently. Everyone's like, why don't we get the symbiote suit as like a DLC? And they're like, it's because we're going to tell a fucking story about it. Just give us some time to like properly tell the story. Just fucking wait. It'll be worth it.
Chill the fuck out.
We all saw the ending to Spider-Man the game.
I didn't see. Don't tell me.
That's why I'm not.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean, this obviously makes sense.
Not, yeah.
They recently announced in the press release somewhere that Spider-Man just crossed 13 million units sold.
Fuck yeah, they deserve it.
Which I could double check, but I'm pretty sure that makes it the highest selling PS4 title in existence.
Well, think about it. Spider-Man is, I think, our generation's favorite superhero because
by far,
he's like our age. Like, we're in the same age as Peter Parker. Like, we grew up with him, and he's like relatable. He has issues that everyone else doesn't have. Like the fucking Green Lantern. Well, he's out in space or some shit. Like, I know he's not in the same universe, but still, like, all these other people have problems we don't have. But Peter's in high school, and he goes through all the same shit we do. But he also has a second life.
So as of right now, they're the top 5, like over the top 5 overall best-selling PlayStation 4 games are all cross-platform. And Marvel Spider-Man is the top-selling PS4 exclusive game.
Nice. And they deserve it. They really do.
Yeah. So I mean, Insomniac's amazing. They always have. They've always been a great development team.
Right. And then you just nail Spider-Man the way you did.
So yeah, they recently announced that they just crossed the 13 million copies threshold, which is for an exclusive single-player game. That is incredible.
Yeah.
Right. And we're talking like, I mean, we've also just we recently was it for Horizon and I think God of War. They both just announced that they hit 10 million like recently. So I mean, we all know that Sony's fucking killing it in exclusives, right? And I think this is one of those things where like this definitely proves that exclusives matter, right? Like
they do, yeah.
Which is the thing that like even me being someone who prefers Xbox, like I've just been hammering Microsoft for years that like they just failed on exclusives this generation, and it's done nothing but hurt them, right? So I don't know. I'm excited. I think Insomniac deserves the stability of the whole thing, right?
You've got some money to back you.
Yeah, like at this point, like they know they have work always. There's no more like where's the next game coming from? Like what's the next project? Is it going to sell?
Yeah,
like they're good. And so like I said, I'm pretty sure this means Spider-Man 2 is definitely coming.
100%, never a question.
I'd love to see this mean that Ratchet and Clank comes back and not in like another shitty movie adaptation. Like give me an actual give me the next. Honestly, give me a Ratchet and Clank reboot. Let's tell a different. Let's just start over. Tell a different story. I don't. That's fine. I don't
push
care.
It forward.
Just erase that stupid fucking 2016 movie game from your existence, please. You ruined a great title. And then I also just wondered. I mean, with Sony's budget behind them, if they want to expand, they can expand that team as much as they want to, right?
They really could.
And we could maybe see like Resistance come back. We can maybe see like Spyro. Like actually doing more besides just an HD remaster. There's also a really good thing where like Microsoft owns Sunset Overdrive exclusivity for Sunset Overdrive, the game as it exists now, but they don't own exclusive rights to the IP. Insomniac does, and so there's at least a decent chance. I don't know. The game wasn't super popular, but there is at least a chance that like Sunset Overdrive 2 could happen and it would be on PlayStation, right?
That'd be cool.
Or maybe they could go and Sony could come over and be like, "Yo, how about you let us release Sunset Overdrive because we own Insomniac now, right?" Like it's who knows. IDK.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's I'm excited. I'm happy for Insomniac to have a parent company that has proven that they are in this for the games to do things right. I am all for that. Even if I am bummed that they ended up with Sony, they've done their best work with that team, so it makes sense. You know, I'm happy. They didn't disclose how much any of the stuff was worth. It's just we have entered into like the final stages essentially of Sony buying them out. So congratulations, Insomniac. No one deserves it more than you.
Seriously, no, they and it's been repeated by I think anyone who's ever played Spider-Man 2 that this game has finally been the game that sort of brought that fun back to swinging around the city, to exploring, to doing activities. They brought it back.
They finally nailed it.
Yep.
And it was one of the, I mean, like movement, I think, is one of those things that's just so overlooked as like how important the movement structure in a video game is.
Yeah.
That's part of what makes Spider-Man so goddamn fun.
It's
just that they nailed
You're not just
web
flying,
swing, which is one of those things where like I played Anthem for so much longer than I feel like I would have any other game because flying in that game was so satisfying.
Yeah.
Like just that like the shooting was fine. Like it wasn't broken, it wasn't bad, it was just whatever.
Right.
And like the traversing that game was just so, it was like calming almost. Like, it was just so much fun. And so like just nailing that single aspect and then, you know, having a decent story to tell, having fun villains, a good fight system, all that kind of good stuff. Like it made sense. It was a good game. Insomniac does great work.
This reminds me, and I don't know if it's true or not. It was just a rumor, and it goes along with superhero games. Whoever made the Arkham series is working on another thing. It's not another Batman game, though, but they're working on something big that it's superhero related, apparently. I cannot say for sure. No one apparently likes Superman games, but
I am just so burnout on shitty Superman everything. Honestly,
I know. Well, give us something like a Justice League game. I played this Justice League game a long time ago. That was kind of like
I think
a top down, but not really.
This will never happen. I'm not here to talk about movies either, but like I saw the trailer for the new Joker movie, and it just
the Joaquin Phoenix one.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is, though, right?
DC just needs to go away for like 5 or 6 years.
Just take a step back.
Just cut their losses. Just stop? Take a breather. Look at everything that you've done wrong, because essentially
everything,
with the exception of like. Not even the whole Dark Knight trilogy, like specifically the Dark Knight and kind of Batman Begins were fine, right?
Yeah, those are good.
The third movie in that series was not great. The Arkham City games were super well received,
I loved all
greatly
those,
reviewed.
yeah.
Everything else that's existed for like the last, I don't know, let's say 20 years, garbage, right?
Garbage.
Just get rid of it. Just stop, start over.
Yeah.
Like figure out what you've done wrong, figure out why no one likes any of your stupid fucking heroes that suck. Make them better, come back, try again.
Yeah.
Give us the DCEU once everybody falls off of the Marvel train.
Yeah.
Like trying to go up against them was just not smart.
See, that's good. Yeah. Let the Marvel snowball finally melt. And then you can come back in and try to swoop in there.
All of that, by the way, that was the Rocksteady Studios.
Rocksteady, thank you, for fuck's sake.
I was talking through all that while I was looking at the developer of that game.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. Rocksteady, thank you so much. People were talking about, like, I really liked the Arkham Knight game. It was like the last one that they released, and everyone was like, yeah, but the Batmobile sucked and just whatever. I was like, but that's one mechanic that I actually enjoyed. So if like flying around the city as Superman sucked, I wouldn't want to be in it. But like gliding as Batman and shooting around and shit.
Someone get BioWare on that Superman game, because
There
they
you
have
go.
figured out flying.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
there you go.
These are the kind of decisions that people need to be making. Like, you know what, Anthem didn't pan out for everybody the way they wanted it to. Apparently, the Cataclysm update finally exists.
Oh,
I didn't even hear about it until like today.
sorry.
But so I kind of want to go back and see that, but I don't know.
We'll find out.
But those are the kind of things where like, and I think we talked about this before too, where like Insomniac became the clear choice to take the Marvel Spider-Man game, and I think partially based on Sunset Overdrive.
Oh yeah,
the traversing in that game was so fucking good. They figured out that smooth movement.
Yep.
The big city, the awesome art style, and you could really easily look at that and see how that turned into Spider-Man down the road. Right?
They turned the physics mechanics.
Yeah,
that's all that they
really nailed it.
They said had we not done Sunset, we wouldn't have been able to do Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, it was one of those weird things where you can see, like, for me, and I've talked about this to death, but like when I picked up Sunset Overdrive, it immediately scratched that Ratchet and Clank itch for me, because like they just immediately was like, here's your guns, you can upgrade them, and I was like, yes, this is so good.
Thank you.
But we digress. Moving on, Ori and the Blind Forest comes to Nintendo Switch. I don't think this is a shocker. Not familiar?
Not familiar, sorry.
Ori and the Blind Forest is an Xbox exclusive title.
Oh, that explains
So it's an Xbox for first party game.
Okay.
But this is not the first one, because the Cuphead came to Switch a while back too, which was also a Microsoft first party exclusive.
Oh.
But it makes sense on that platform. Like Ori and the Blind Forest is like that, it's like a side scroller, what do they call it? Like Metroidvania kind of thing. It's like super cool art style. It's very cute but dark.
Yeah,
it's one of those things that just feels right on the Nintendo Switch. Like it seems like that's the right kind of place for it.
Yeah.
Cuphead was really popular when they moved it over, and this is just part of that, like that that synergy kind of that Microsoft and Nintendo have been kind of like,
we know what's coming,
publicly showing over the last like year or so. Just the two platforms playing nice.
Yep.
or so to say.
Partnership.
I don't know what's going to come of it, but it makes sense. I'm happy to see it. Microsoft is definitely leaning into this. We want our games to be in the places that people are going to play them, right? And like, I think that while I do think the exclusives matter, I will never quit trying to pound that into their head. They do own like 12 or 14 studios now again.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Which is really good. And at the end of the day, someone buys Ori the Blind Forest on Nintendo Switch, like they're still making money, right? It may not be They might not be playing it on their hardware. They may not be getting all that data and like supporting their own hardware sales, but they're still getting the publishing money.
Exactly.
So like it's there. Interested to see how it works out. For sure. Here's one that I thought you'd be really interested in. You can piss in Death Stranding.
Oh man. Okay, so they spent like the whole show, and then they give like the last half an hour to Neo Kojima, or if I'm saying is Hideo Kojima.
Hideo.
Did I say, what did I say? Ninja? Neo Kojima. Sorry, Hideo. I don't know where I got that. And I was like, oh, cool. He's going to be talking about Death Stranding. And like the first 30 seconds of the thing, he gets up and then you go into this menu and there's very limited options, but pissing is the one that they do.
Yep.
But I get it, because as you watch him pee, and you can see the stream and everything, was kind of funny.
Oh, you can't just see the stream, Alex.
You can move it.
You can control the stream.
You can go up and down, side to side. You can never see his penis, and they said you can't piss around people.
Yeah. My favorite thing is that this so Polygon did like an article on this. Of course they did.
Of course.
And so the headline is new Death Stranding footage shows off pee gameplay, and then the subtitle is "This is a Kojima game, all right."
It doesn't make any goddamn sense. I mean, I get it.
What? But why?
So I saw
this is just for the meme, right?
No.
They just wanted the press coverage.
If you didn't notice, well, probably, but if you didn't notice, when he peed, there was a mushroom that grew.
Yeah.
So what's essentially going to happen is there's probably something in your urine that if you drink something and you pee, some food source comes out of the ground now that you can eat. So you can eat your piss.
Gross.
Yeah, you can eat a piss mushroom.
I just loved this quote that says, "If enough players pee in the same spot, something good will happen." Kojima tease.
Yeah, he said that on stage. What? What do you mean if enough people pee in one spot? Is it
I'm so confused.
This is the pee corner. Everyone pee in this spot, please. And then the big mushroom is going to pop out. And this will be a Mario game. Doesn't make any damn sense. Oh, here, hold on. So I watched the Mama and the Bridge Baby introduction to that gameplay as well.
Good Lord.
Wow. I still don't understand the fucking game.
Yeah, well, I mean, straight from Polygon. So here, I think this is all good information, and it's written I love the writing here. It says, once again, you may be tempted to ask, what is this game? We've been saying that for months. What is this game? But it's probably easier to tell you so far what it's not. In the past, Kojima has clarified that Death Stranding is not a stealth game. Thank fucking God.
We know it's not a stealth game.
We know it's not a stealth game. So that's knock that one little thing off the list. Boop. Instead, Kojima contends that Death Stranding is an action game that focuses on the idea of connection, which is what the whole Strand thing is about.
It's
the
about
official
worlds.
site. Yeah, the official site states that Death Stranding will have asynchronous gameplay where fans will send each other supplies and share safe houses.
Interesting. So that's how you can pee in the same spot. You can share piss locations. I was like, how are they going to do that?
What a weird thing.
It's by the rock.
Why is that in the game? Of all things.
All I care about is Troy Baker and Norman Reedus.
Let's see here.
Oh, and the other guy, I can't remember his name, but he was the Gamescom
Go ahead and
villain.
open up a bunch of these links so I can stop coming back to my list to do so. I've got 3 more pieces of news, and then we can talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about, Alex.
I just wrote down everything that came out.
Let's see here. So Minecraft's big official graphics overhaul has been canceled.
Wait a minute. Did I hear something? I think I heard about this at lunch. I don't know what RTX is other than the Rooster Teeth stuff. But there's like a mod or something where it just fixes the square shape. It just like makes it pretty so it's not blocky.
Well, so the RTX that you're thinking of is a
processor.
It's a video card.
Right. It's a GPU. Okay, that's what I thought.
So here's the thing. We talked about that. We definitely talked about this on Game Shelf at some point, but forever ago now it feels like developer Mojang came out and said Mojang. I don't actually know.
Is that the?
It's Minecraft's developer.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that game that you play with dominoes.
Oh, good Lord, Alex.
What's that called?
We need to spruce up your video game industry knowledge if you're going to be on a video game show.
I don't know what that's called. What's the fucking dominoes game called?
I don't know.
I'm gonna figure it out. Hold on.
In any case, a couple months ago, they announced that they were bringing this thing called the Super Duper Graphics Pack. Do you remember talking about this at all?
Say it again.
The Super Duper Graphics Pack.
Oh,
It's the best fucking name of anything ever. They have canceled it, which was supposed to make like they were gonna bring just like a whole new like HD like graphic system in where like everything would function the same, but it was gonna look way like more realistic. And it's totally optional. Like you can still make it look like the good old normal Minecraft, but we'll have this other option that's gonna make Minecraft look like this, right? Like super pretty, right? Yeah,
That's cool.
well, alas,
It's been
Mojang
canceled.
developer has ended development on the game's super duper graphics pack in an effort to yada yada yada.
Tell you nope.
Well, I just talked about what it was. The optional add-on, which was originally planned for release in fall 2017, would have added dynamic shadows, lighting that streams through fog, movement in leaves and grass, and new textures for mobs and villagers, directional lighting, and edge highlighting. They called it a whole new way to see the game. And on Monday, after a lengthy delay, they officially scrapped the graphics pack, saying there was a lot of enthusiasm for Super Duper from inside and outside the studio, but unfortunately, we weren't happy with how the pack performed across devices, and for this reason, we are stopping development on the pack and looking for other ways for you to experience Minecraft with a new look. Why did I put this in the news, Alex? Because I'm actually really bummed about this.
Yeah,
When I
don't
saw
even play
it-
it, and I'm bummed.
When I saw we play Minecraft,
I mean, I play it, but like,
when I saw like the trailer video for that, I was actually super stoked at
yeah,
it,
that's
like
cool.
having this really cool alternate look that you could kind of switch it to.
Yeah,
And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it. Like Minecraft is actually a really, really processor intensive game, despite being so simple. And
right.
It being
It's
so simple
big.
is why they can make it the way that they do.
Yeah.
So I can totally see and understand where like this wouldn't have panned out. But alas, I really wanted it to have panned out.
That
I
would
don't
have
know.
been cool.
Let's see here. Next, moving on. Halo Infinite loses veteran creative director. Tim Longa was reassigned and then leaves. So Halo Infinite is the upcoming Halo game.
Right, the big one.
Yeah. So it says Halo Infinite's creative director was reassigned off of that team, reports Kotaku, in a leadership shakeup coming about a year before the game's planned launch. Tim Longa, who was the creative director for 2015's Halo 5 Guardians, was reassigned to another role within 343 Industries last week, and then this week just left the studio altogether. Microsoft confirmed his departure in a statement to Kotaku. Executive producer Mary Olsen is now in charge of Halo Infinite's campaign team as long as its lead producer. And Microsoft said the statement noted that the overall creative vision and production of the game remains led by Chris Lee, studio head of Halo Infinite. No reasons were given for Longo's reassignment or departure. And then the rest of it's all just stuff that we already know and talk about. So yeah, this was there's not a whole lot of discussion here, I don't think, but I thought it was an interesting thing.
I said veteran, right?
Yeah, that would tell me he's probably just been around like 343 for a long time.
Ugh.
And they haven't mentioned why he would have been reassigned or why he chose to leave afterwards, but I can imagine reassigned is usually a fancy way to say demoted,
Mhm.
like removed from position. And if
Yeah.
he left, I would imagine he wasn't too happy about it.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna do that? Well, fine. I'm just gone.
Right.
I'll take my talent somewhere else.
I'll take my skills and get the fuck out. All right. I'm gonna make like a tree and split.
Make like a banana and split. Make like a tree and leaf.
I like to mix my is it idioms? Is that what those are called?
Yeah.
I don't know. In any case, yeah, I don't know. We're a year out. I would imagine most of the work that's gonna be done has to be done by now. But at the same time, to lose is probably not the right word, but you know, your creative director this close to launch when you're definitely still like there's a lot of work to be done yet, I'm
Right.
sure.
So now it's gonna
It's
change. a bit.
interesting. I'm wondering how that affects what happens with the game.
Whatever he got demoted for must have been big then.
Yeah, I don't know, and I'm not necessarily here to like speculate about
What it was
this
or
guy's
whatever,
job or his life or his what could be going on and that kind of stuff. But I thought it was interesting at least that I mean I think inarguably Microsoft's biggest title is just changing out creative directors less than a year before launch or just over a year before launch.
Oops.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oops.
Hopefully the game is great. I want it to be wonderful. And then the last piece, and this piece is mostly for me right here.
I think I know what it is.
Yeah, but it's also I think it's important to the scope of the game to people who care about this. So Bungie is reworking the pursuit of power in Destiny 2 Shadowkeep.
That is not what I thought it was.
What did you think it was?
Nothing. Oh, that Nintendo won the Game Award at the show this year for Link's Awakening.
Oh, I actually didn't see that.
I'll tell you. I've got some more
cool.
stuff.
We can go through that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna largely I'm not gonna read this whole fucking article because there's a lot to dive in here. But we talked about how Bungie was gonna be completely changing how armor works in the Shadowkeep
2.0 and stuff.
Armor 2.0, right?
Right.
They finally was it about 3 or 4 days ago shed some light on exactly what it is that means. And I'm really excited about this. And I'm just going to kind of hit the key points as to what's going on. So before we had, where did it go? We had 3 main stats in the game, which were, I'm going to go off the top of my head here, were mobility, resilience, and recovery.
That sounds right.
Right. So mobility is like how fast you can move. Resilience is how much
armor actually does.
How much defense or health that you have. Recovery is how fast your health recovers when you're down. Right. So now we have 6 stats instead.
Oh.
And I thought there was a list of them in here somewhere.
Bendability.
No, that's definitely not one of them. I think that...
Did you do the splits in this armor? Nope.
Well, what the fuck? I definitely had it at one point. Well, there's 6 of them now, and I cannot find it. Hold on. Please pause while I look up, I think, probably just the other link that I think it actually was. Nope, that is definitely the same one. Hold on. I can do this. I
blinked. Damn it.
I'm getting the links out of Facebook because I sent them earlier. Here we go. So the 6 stats are now intellect, strength, discipline, mobility, recovery, and resilience.
Oh, okay.
Which all have like very specific things. So intellect is going to decrease your cooldown for your super. Strength decreases your cooldown for your melee attack, which I'm already liking. Where this
melee
goes.
The shit out of people in Destiny.
Discipline decreases your cooldown for the grenade attack, and then like the last 3, like we said, mobility increases your movement speed. Recovery increases your shield generation, and resilience increases your total health.
Right. That makes sense.
And so not only have they actually like tied things to those stats now to tell you exactly what they do, they have a tier system. So they like all these things are on a scale of 100. So like the more points you have, obviously the better they are. And so you have like, for instance, if you were at 30 out of 100, they would say you're at tier 3, and that equals a 12% increase in speed. So they're actually breaking down and telling you exactly what it is that you get for like switching out your armor to be a different thing, right? Okay.
Which that helps. That's nice to know.
Yeah, and so that's like, it's just one of those things where like they're removing the like the fog around what the stats are and what they do.
Right.
And someone's inevitably gonna leave a comment that's like, Mike, they tell you those things now. Not like this, they don't. Okay, yeah, this is completely different. They are doing this whole new artifact system, which I know we talked about briefly a little bit too, but essentially what it's coming down to is that you're actually going to be able to, for one, mods are no longer going to be dispensable. So if you have an armor mod, you just have it now forever, and you can like just pay a small amount of glimmer to like apply it to whatever you want to put it to, which is really cool. And you have, it looks like, hold on one second. You're going to be able to, it looks like there's going to be like multiple slots, so you can actually like mix and match mods on certain pieces of gear, which is going to be super cool. They are bringing out a thing called universal ornaments, which I think we talked about before, where they are taking, essentially, they're going to be like removing all of the cosmetic things about the game as they are now and separating them mostly into being, you have gameplay items and you have cosmetic items, right? And this is going to be to like support their microtransaction store, which is important. Like we'll come back and we'll spin back around to that as well in a second. But you'll now have like, you'll find like standard piece of gear, right? And there'll be like 6 different helmets out in the world that all have different stats on them. So you can like find the one that you like, customize it to your player. Makes sense. Everybody's happy, right?
Right.
And then separately from that, they're going to have these ornaments that you can put onto the gear to make them look the way that you want them to look. So you can, if you find like a gear that you really like the look of, you can make it, you can keep that look forever,
and then upgrade it,
and then just keep on, and you can swap out the actual gear over and over and over. You can have 6 different helmets that you switch between that they're all going to look the same because you have the ornament in your head on your helmet slot. Does that make sense?
Right, and that's what I like. I like the way something looks, but then the problem is that something else is better. It doesn't look as cool, but it's better, and I usually just end up selecting that.
And that's like right now, especially for me, before the Solstice event has been that's been this weird space that I've been trapped in, where like they made upgrading your armor a lot more expensive than it used to be, and so I just found myself like always in mismatched armor because I've been trying to get that level up,
trying to get what you're getting
50, right?
Yeah.
Now that I had the Solstice armor, I was like, okay, we're gonna put the shaders out, we're gonna throw that fucking glow on there, we're gonna look dope as shit because I've got this armor for like 2 more months before it's obsolete.
Yep.
And I want to use the shit out of it, right? It's great. But they the other piece of this is that they, like I was just starting to say, is that Destiny 2 is working on further divorcing cosmetics from the gameplay items, and there will still be some stuff that you can earn through playing like you do now, but largely they're trying to make it so that the gameplay stuff is all like all the game items that actually affect how your character plays, how much damage they do, is all stuff that you unlock via gameplay. All the cosmetic stuff is stuff that you should expect to find in the Eververse store, which they'll still have it, like, you know, they'll still have the quests to be able to earn Bright Dust, to be able to buy that stuff just using gameplay time, but largely that is like their microtransaction store, right?
Cool.
And
with that,
yeah, which I think you and I have largely agreed on that thing where like microtransactions are totally fine so long as they are 100% cosmetic.
Aesthetics, that's it.
Yeah. And so this was,
I don't like the pay to win shit.
Yeah, exactly. Where is, I need to find.
That's one of the things that I think I like the most, is when I can create a character to look how I want them to.
Right, that was one of the things that we got stoked on about with Anthem when it was first starting to start up, was like you had all of this like customizability to the Javelin right away.
So nice.
So here's a piece of the announcement as far as like what Eververse is going to become when Shadowkeep drops, which is what all of this is. Like, we're gonna have a lot of Destiny news over the next month, because like we are getting really close to Shadowkeep coming out, and they're starting to show off like the finishing moves and the new armor 2.0, and I'm like, I'm so jazzed for all of it.
Good.
But let's see here. In Destiny franchise director Luke Smith's newest blog, the Bungie developer got candid about microtransactions in the Eververse store for Destiny 2. He explained yada 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 what you can expect. Smith started off his Eververse section by discussing some hard truths about game development. So this is one of the things that every time we've come back around to microtransactions and loot boxes and all this stuff, this is one of those things that we talk about, right? So according to Smith, microtransactions directly fund important aspects of the game. So this is a hard statement of like, these microtransactions aren't just like going in our CEO's pocket, right? Like we are taking this money and turning it around into being able to continue developing the game and do all the stuff that you are community
more updates,
to do.
More armor, all that stuff.
Because Destiny is a games as a service type thing where like these updates they're expected to come every season or every however often that they've set the expectation they have to show up, right?
Right.
Like Destiny 2 didn't come out 3 years ago or 2 years ago or whatever, and then just they went, all right, there's the game, right? Like it's a completely different game than it was back then,
right? And
so like they're only getting so much money off of new players coming in. But so he says they directly fund important aspects of the game. While he was clear to say that they aren't responsible for everything, Smith did say that players' purchases of like Whisper of the Worm weapon ornaments in 2018 made the recent 0-hour mission possible. So they was like had this microtransaction system not existed, there would actively not be content in the game that there is there now.
You're helping fund the continuation and progress.
Yeah, so they're trying to be like, hey, like obviously, like we make money off of this thing, but like we make that money so that we can turn it around and continue making this game that you love, which is exactly what like my defense has been for a lot of this for a long time. Where so long as pay to win is not a thing that exists, cough EA, I have no problem with microtransactions. Like there is no, especially, and we talked about doing this kind of as a topic today anyway. But like, I'm a grown ass adult, right? Like I work, we'll say conservatively about 60 hours a week just at my day job, right? And so like, I don't have 8 hours a day that I can dedicate to grinding out things in Destiny or any other video game,
right?
And so like, if I can turn on and I can spend $5 and get a sweet armor glow, why would I not do that rather than going and grinding fucking strikes and raids for 8 hours hoping that maybe I get it on a random drop, right?
Yep. I hate that shit.
And it doesn't affect the game. It doesn't affect anybody else's. Like I don't shoot better in PvP because I have it. I don't clear raid rooms faster. Like it makes it look cool. And if I can spend $5 and kill all of that grind, and now I'm a purple glowy asshole who runs around and leaves streaks behind him, like I'm gonna do that because it supports the fucking game I'm playing.
Right.
I have zero problem with this. And this is just him coming out and saying like this is like that money helps keep us alive, because for the large part they'll release a new DLC. Like what was it? Forsaken came out in what, March? Maybe
right.
Let's see.
Early.
Destiny Forsaken was released. No, it was last year. So it was released September 4th, 2018. That was the last major DLC that they released that people had to pay for, right?
Right.
It blows my mind that it was that long.
That was
ago.
a long time.
So that's been out for, by the time Shadowkeep comes out, that will have been out for over a year, and that was the last paid expansion.
Holy
came
fuck.
Out. Yeah. And so like yeah, they're asking people to then now re-up again for Shadowkeep. Like, it is a $40 expansion to the game. So, like, they have revenue coming in from there, too. But if them making that microtransaction money to continue developing the game and giving us, like, more seasonal content and more missions and things to do, like, why the hell not, man? People get all up in arms about this kind of stuff, but, like, just if you don't like it, don't. So there's nothing in there that makes you better than the game. Just don't buy it. But I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, those are the two like bigger Destiny related things that I wanted to kind of hit on. Was they finally unveiled the new armor system, so you can go and there's a video from a live stream where they actually dug in deep and showed you all the stuff one by one. Definitely check that out. And then just a blog or like an interview style blog with I think it was Luke Smith is what I said about how the cosmetic system is going to work now.
Yeah.
Which is not shocking to me at all that they're going to be leaning more heavily into microtransactions, but
which is good.
Again, I think it's fine
for how they're doing it.
It's cosmetics. I think it's fine. I personally don't have a problem with it.
Nope.
IDK, but we'll see.
No grease.
So you said something about Nintendo winning something?
There's a few games. So apparently at Gamescom, before their actual stream and everything, they were giving away some awards.
Okay.
And again, if it's the Game Awards that's hosting this thing, it just makes sense that they're going to give awards.
Sure, yeah, because it is. Oh God, Keeley, Greg, no, Jeff Keeley. Yeah. I was like, why did I lose this guy's name all of a sudden?
Yeah. So the thing started off, and I'm just going to breeze through these. I'm not going to really hit a lot, but I did want to hit a few of them. So the whole Gears 5 thing actually looked a lot better. We had talked about it briefly. It looks like it looks cleaner, but it also doesn't look cleaner at the same time. I'm not sure how into it I'm going to be. I might want to try it out.
For what? I'm sorry.
For Gears 5.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like the Horde mode and everything looks really cool. Or like the new Horde options that you have. There's like classes, I guess, and other specialties. But I guess that it won the Game Award for Best Xbox Game at this. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They've been an Xbox exclusive forever. So that's the only thing I could think of.
Really quick on that. So this actually, thank you. You reminded me of a couple of things I wanted to talk about that I didn't have in my notes because I thought of them on the way here. One of them was so Gears 5 released the video for their Horde. I can't talk today.
Yeah,
their Horde mode. I'm excited, so I'm talking fast. And
I know
over my fucking tongue.
Yeah.
They released their Horde mode trailer today, and it looks like the characters have like Overwatch style super abilities.
That's what I mean. They have
the Horde mode.
Yeah, each one. So one has like a sniper that can shoot through obstacles. One person turns invisible. Other things like that.
Yeah. No, I thought that was a really interesting.
Just changes the pace of what you're doing. Yeah.
And they also announced that there were two of the main characters from Halo Reach were going to be playable characters inside of Horde mode, which was like, okay, that's interesting, but Microsoft owns both titles, so yeah, why not, right?
Yeah, it was really cool. I actually like that.
And then there was one more like small Destiny thing. And this one isn't so much about the game as it is just an interesting thing that stuck out to me, right? Which is that ever since Destiny 1 came out, Sony has just had their grubby fucking paws all in the Destiny like potato salad, right? Like mom pulled the potato salad out of the oven and Sony just went mine. It just
germs.
They didn't wash their fucking hands. They didn't grab a utensil. They just the grubby little hands into the potato salad was like, ours, you can't have any. And so with Destiny 1, there was like Destiny existed on both consoles, but if you played on PlayStation, you got an extra strike and you got like 3 extra weapons, and there were like 3 extra missions that you just didn't get if you were on Xbox. And the whole fucking time Destiny has existed, this has been the case, right? It was always like day and date, the same day. It came out on both consoles, but like there was one thing in every update that was just over on PlayStation, right? And it was so stupid. And I think we talked about this on the Bottom Shelf podcast, at least when it happened. But like part of that was it was supposed to be all that content was supposed to be timed exclusive, right? Like that Mars strike from Destiny 1 that PlayStation 4 got on fucking launch day was supposed to be like a year-long thing, and then Xbox would get it too. Xbox got it like right before Destiny 2 came out. Like it was years later. Like year 3 expansion had already come out, and then suddenly I was like, "Oh, hey, here you go. Here's that strike in the gun that you haven't had the whole time." Assholes.
Thanks.
But this is how this has been. Like it's always like Destiny 2 trailers come out. They're on like the PlayStation 4 YouTube channel, right? And like every time they come out, it's like you can play it. Like the beta opens on Sony 3 days early. It was something like that. That was always like Sony's like branding all over this thing. That's a cross-platform game. They did the whole thing on their finishing moves at Gamescom at Inside Xbox. And I was like, this is like the biggest nothing thing that's ever happened. But they went to an Xbox event, Bungie, which used to be owned by Microsoft, mind you.
Right.
They went to an Xbox event to show off a new Destiny thing. It's not content that Xbox gets, that PlayStation 4, nothing like that. But they went
to an Xbox,
yeah. And which I was like, this is the kind of progress. I don't give a shit about having exclusive stuff on Destiny for Xbox. I just want them to stop with this like one-sided bullshit they've been doing the whole time. Stop taking Sony's money. You're a popular game. You don't need it. Just make more microtransactions.
Problem solved.
Problem solved.
Problem solved.
Anyway, moving on.
This was something that was kind of dear to my heart, but
only
for like maybe a year of my childhood. They're coming out with another Comanche game. Comanche. Did I say that right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I did. It's a helicopter-based game. You don't see a lot of those.
That's definitely true.
There were, I want to say,
can you be an Apache helicopter? Oh, good.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I can't remember. I think it was called Airstrike. I remember this. It was on PlayStation 1, and it was like this. It wasn't top view, but it was kind of like down at an angle view, and you played as a helicopter, and you flew over stuff, and you blew it up, and I was like, oh, I thought that's what it was. No, it's the other helicopter game I played, whereas you're in the cockpit, you have to like go and help people out, like blow shit up and shoot stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, now that game was so old. It looked like Minecraft, but ugh. It was really bad. It was it was really pixie and just not fantastic.
The only like, and I can't even call it a helicopter game because it wasn't. The only game I can ever think of like there was a lot of helicopter flying in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I have to remember. I think it was Army Men. Like Strike Force or something.
What you're talking about, yeah.
Or like Real Green. Hold on, I gotta look this up.
I remember that now
Army
too. That you said something.
Play
because you're out in like
one.
You're out in like backyards and stuff, and you had to like get from one point to the other. And I think I remember what you're talking about.
This is fucking Sarge's Heroes.
That's it.
Fucking Army Men Sarge's Heroes.
I remember that.
Oh my god, that game was something. All right.
But yeah, it was just like another helicopter game that I played as. I thought that thing was dead. I thought it was like, never going to bring that back.
Heroes I played, but the one I'm thinking of is Army Men Air Attack 2.
Is that the one what does it look like?
Fucking Apache helicopter on the goddamn box art.
That's it.
Yes. I played so much of this stupid game, and you could like go around and like pick stuff, like pick up barrels
with
the
move them around,
helicopter, move them around. Yep.
But yeah, it was just like, it was really cool because like, we've had Ace Combat. We've had like 7 of those motherfuckers, and they're all jets. Sure, we get it. They look prettier and you can do all this cool stuff, but it's fun to actually have a helicopter. You can hover. Hovering is the ultimate weapon.
What in the world?
Are you going to buy it?
Alec, there were 24 Army Men games.
No, there weren't.
24? 4.
I played 2 of them.
I've also played 2 of them. Army Men Air Attack, Army Men Sarge's Heroes. That was it. I almost played Army Men RTS. Because I like RTS games. I don't know. I never did. Never got me. I think I was too old by that point. Alex, I have a New Year's resolution for us.
Let's buy all
24 for 2020. I want us to both play every one of the 24 Army Men games.
Like $3 a piece.
And spend an episode ranking them.
No.
We need to go get like an old PlayStation, probably a Nintendo 64. I'm sure it was on there too. We might have to like find an old PC because I'm sure that some of these have to be old computer games, right?
Yeah, Jesus.
And we are going to play every one of these 24 fucking, look how brutal this one, like Army Men Sarge's War. This is like fire. They were definitely aiming at the edgy kids
like
on this
guns
one.
And everything is all manly.
Yeah, like we need this. And then like right above this air attack where there's like this dude melting on a grill, on a hot dog.
So all right, there's our New Year's resolution. Apparently,
yep, New Year's resolution. We're gonna play every one of those 24 Army Men games.
I don't. Yeah, all right, I'm cool with it. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that because it was kind of fun that just, the Comanche, it's got to be Comanche. I might have said it wrong. The thing is, though, they included drones because they're trying to make it a little more modern. So there's drone dogfighting.
Amazing.
Drone dogfighting, folks. We're there. Need for Speed Heat, it's just another Need for Speed game. It looks really pretty. I got to give it that. It looks pretty, but I don't remember any of them. I remember we talked about this before we started filming.
Yeah.
The Need for Speed game. I didn't play Underground 2 and Pro Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the only 2 I remember.
I played those and Hot Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit a little bit,
I definitely played Hot Pursuit. The original. The remake was garbage.
The OG.
Yeah, the OG Hot Pursuit.
No, that 9/11.
I think like Underground 2 and Pro Street were the only ones I actually like actively played.
Yep.
I've driven around in a couple of the other ones, but I never. Wait, no.
It's just fun to drive around in.
Undercover. Undercover was another one that I played a lot of.
I don't remember that one.
It was Xbox 360, PS3.
Oh, Most Wanted was another popular one. I never even played that one.
I never really messed with that one. I've been told that it was one of the better ones, but I never really played it. All right, I have one more thing that I want to talk about that is going to be. We're running low on time, so we'll try to keep like
I can breeze through the rest of this.
But go ahead.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to say the Little Nightmares 2. You had talked about some creepy games. Little Nightmares 2 is coming out.
Yeah, that's more of a cute game than anything, but it is very like
it's
dark
got a little
and,
creepy.
Yeah.
It's creepy to it. I thought it looked really fun. But anyways, Dreams won the best original game and best PS4 game. I haven't looked into it a lot, but I thought that was cool that they ended up winning 2 awards while they were there. So that was cool. Skipping that, Monster Hunter Worlds. Everyone knows about the expansion that's coming out there. The Cycle was a PvP PvE like first person alien shooter, which I also thought kind of ripped off Destiny just a bit. Sorry, not sorry. Life is Strange 2 episode 4. That was another thing that they had released. Borderlands 3, obviously you already know about that, but it was just more a little bit on the game. This game called Humankind being released in 2020. It was like a Neanderthal inside of a spaceship playing an analog synth was their little trailer. At first, because I was like, wait a minute. He's like turning all these knobs. I'm like, that looks like a fucking analog synth. What is that? Is that a Neanderthal? And then it zooms up and it looks like the guy from the Geico commercial. I was like, yeah, it's a fucking Neanderthal playing an analog synth. And then he starts playing like Beethoven or something. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. FIFA. This is the only time I've ever been actually kind of excited for a FIFA game. Thank you very much for doing this. Instead of just doing like the big, always in an arena kind of thing, they're doing street ball.
Okay.
So it's like 6v6 kind of stuff. So it's like it's a lot smaller, and you can actually customize your character and stuff, which you can also do in Heat, which is weird. Usually you can like customize your car. Now you can customize your character. Yeah. Same thing in this. You can customize your character, so you can have a skateboard guy playing in baggy shorts. It's kind of a little cool thing. The Disintegration thing that you had mentioned that we talked about, which just looked like a fucking Destiny ripoff. Guilt was another Haunted Tale.
A Destiny ripoff. Astro, which I am definitely going to play. I just want to keep that on.
Yeah.
Thus far, unless something changes with what I've seen, I am 100% going to play this game.
But Game Award, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening won Best Nintendo Switch Game while they were there.
I am happy about that.
Yeah, that was really cool. I like that they gave a little speech after each one too, so that was really cool. But back to Guilt really quick. I forgot that. It's like a haunted tale. And she uses a flashlight the whole time to kind of like get it. Basically, the monsters in it are apparently from her own imagination.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Psychological stuff.
Yeah. So it's like if something's chasing you, you just like flash the flashlight at it and then they go away because like she can see now.
Yeah. She can see that it's not actually there.
It's
interesting.
It's cool. It's really it's cute.
Guilt?
Yeah. It's called, but it's spelled Gylt.
Interesting.
So it's not like, it's just not spelled the same.
I missed that one completely for sure.
I don't know what the next two are, but they look interesting. One is called Remothered Broken Porcelain.
Oh, it's only for Stadia.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was a Stadia.
That's why I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's a Stadia exclusive. It's launching with it.
Yeah.
But anyways, Remothered, I think is what it was, and it was like they say that it's the same people who did a really good best-selling horror game, and I can't remember what it was. But like the trailer is her walking up to a one-way mirror, and she doesn't know it, but she hears something on the other side, and then this guy walks up to the mirror, and you can see him looking at her. It's really fucking creepy. That's all it was.
Yeah, it's creepy.
So I was like, that's cool. I don't know what it is, but it's creepy. And then Erica was kind of interesting. It's a movie, but it's an interactive game. So it's like that Bear Grylls thing on Netflix where you can interact and tell them what to do or whatever.
Lord.
Yeah, it's like that. There's decisions, and so you have to make the decision, and then the movie based off of what your decision is. And then there's interactive things like she pulls a bow apart, and on your PlayStation, I think it's a Move controller, you use your thumbs and you swipe both directions, and it actually opens the bow. But it's all done with like a cinematic camera.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. I've never seen anything like that, so I thought that was cool. There was a game that won Best Action Adventure Game called Black Sad Under the Skin. Best Action Game, which I guess is different, was Doom Eternal. It's obvious.
Yeah,
that was pretty obvious.
Obviously.
The next are just Game Awards. I just wanted everyone to know these. The best mobile game was Battle Chasers. The best racing game was Grid.
See, Battle Chasers I just picked up recently.
The Night War?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that won best mobile game.
Yeah, it's I just picked up, it might not have been Night War actually. It was it's on Switch that I picked it up because I've been looking for another like Octopath RPG kind of thing to play to hold me over. And haven't got to play it yet, but I have it.
Yeah,
I own it.
it's getting good reviews and everything too. Best racing game, Grid again. Best sports game was Roller Champions, which is basically just like that soccer car game.
Yeah.
But on rollerblades. What's that called?
Rocket League.
Thank you. Jeez, I was going to, best simulation game, Planet Zoo. Best strategy game, Desperados 3. Best family game, Concrete Genie. I haven't played any of these.
Yeah, I've never even heard of most of these.
I know, but it's good that they're winning awards. I think they deserve the recognition. Best role-playing game, Wasteland 3. Best PC game, this was strange, Ghost Recon Breakpoint won best PC game.
Interesting.
I didn't see that coming. I was shocked, actually. I was like, really? All right. I mean, that's good for them. And then...
Well, keep in mind, this is specific to the show, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
It's specific to Gamescom.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's specific to the event itself. And then just the last 2 world premieres were the Call of Duty Reimagining and Crossplay is where I was talking about. And then just the Death Stranding thing in general. Of course, you're going to end with that because it's a big mind fuck. And I still don't understand any of it. But my fucking God, am I interested in it. I've never been more interested in a game I know absolutely nothing about.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't... It's fucking Hideo Kojima, man. Say what you want about him. I've never been into Metal Gear. Like, it's not been...
Me neither.
The man is fucking... He's good at what he does.
Yeah.
The mystery is real and people are excited about it.
I'm just like... maybe, like, he has these weird, crazy dreams. Maybe he eats hot sauce before he goes to sleep. And then he has, like, these really weird dreams. And then he's like, I'm gonna make a fucking game out of that. That's cool.
Right.
What do you do? Where does this imagination come from? Is he haunted? Does he have a demon?
Am I a demon?
Mom! No, but it's just actually there's only one other thing I wanted to talk about briefly. I got to try out an Oculus Go, I think today, or Quest.
The wireless ones that don't need a computer or anything.
Yeah. And it was just one of my colleagues brought it in today. He goes, "Hey man, you got to try this thing out." And I'd never tried an Oculus yet.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Oculus
all right,
Rift.
fine. So I tried it, and all he had Netflix pulled up. And you know how usually, like, at least on PlayStation, if you want to watch YouTube in VR, the screen is right here. In Oculus, you're sitting in a goddamn living room.
Yeah, like a movie theater or a living room.
You're sitting in a living room, and he's like, yeah, it's like a projection screen in front of me. I turn to my right, there's a lamp right there, there's a coffee table. And then when he hits play on the Netflix film, the lights in the room dim.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's so cool. How have I never played? And like the controllers were so much better than Move controllers for PlayStation. Why? I can't afford an Oculus, but I want one so bad now. It was amazing.
This is so sad to me.
He's like sitting in the next room over, and he's playing like the Star Wars
thing. I so
thing.
badly want you to experience real VR.
I know,
because this is also not it.
Oh,
like there are other systems out there that are so much. I mean, to be honest, Oculus Go has the cool thing where it's like you don't need a computer, you don't need.
It's just
like, it's just a headset, right?
Mobile.
I get that, right? And it's gonna have its quirks because of that,
right?
I get why that's that's a cool thing that's out now, 100%.
Yeah,
but like I really want to put you inside of like a Valve, like the Vive or like this new Valve Index. It's got like, have you seen the finger controllers? Yeah, there's like they're working on like essentially they have the first like controllers that actually track your tactile movement of your fingers. So instead of just being
this all the time, it actually moves. Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah,
it just blows my mind.
We're getting there. It's not quite perfect, but we're getting there.
Yeah,
and like seriously, I mean, like being inside of a Vive headset, like I know that I jokingly give PS4 VR a lot of shit because it is like fake VR.
Yeah,
but I mean, at the end of the day, for what considering the price point, like if you already have a PlayStation, especially anyway, the price point to get into it and like ease of use and access, like it's a good system, right? But it does not compare to being inside of like a Vive, right? Well, and those things are insane.
When I put the controllers for that in my hand, they actually have Move motion controllers inside of it. Or sorry, Move actual analog sticks.
Yeah.
Which the PlayStation doesn't. You have to hit a button and look a direction, and then it shoots you in that direction.
Yeah, and that's the same for essentially all the other VR systems.
Right, but it's very disorienting to move when you're standing still, so it's very weird. But
yeah, there's some games that haven't quite figured that out yet. Like when you play Minecraft, for instance, like on Vive, you have essentially like you hold down. There's like a trigger on the back of one of the controllers, and you hold that down, and it brings up like a little arc. Like a little white arc, and then you tell that's how you move. Like you say, I want to go here, and it zips you there.
Yep.
Which because it's a way less disorienting that way than like
moving
around. Yeah,
that'd be so weird. No, it really is. It's cool though. I'm really excited for what VR actually has in store the next few years.
We need to do. We know someone who has a.
We sure the fuck do.
Has a VR set. We should try to get that over here and do some video series on that.
He's probably shaking in his boots right now, like, I fucking asked you we could do that.
I mean, to be fair, I told him a year ago that I wanted to do that, but it's just, you know, how these things go sometimes.
And that's the other, like, I played Beat Saber on PlayStation VR. I can't imagine how much cooler it is on like
Beat
Rift and
Saber
shit.
is the perfect game for something like PlayStation VR. Right?
It is. It's awesome.
That game makes perfect sense over there. But there's a lot of things that you just can't quite get the whole grasp of without the whole lighthouses set up and different the better controllers and that whole thing. But alas, we have gotten off on a tangent.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say that was the last thing that I like. Anything game related, I got to do that.
Yeah, I got to thinking about it, and the other thing that I kind of wanted to bring up today is that's at least like a solid 40-minute conversation. We can have an entire episode based around this, so I'm going to hold it for now.
Well, let's wait. Was it Destiny?
I'll add it to the list. No, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
It's not one that we need to do right now, but we can definitely talk about it in a couple weeks. As far as this show, I would say that we're done.
Oh yeah.
For the next one is our control. It's gonna be our control review, right? You jumping on that day one so that we can.
I have to have enough money to buy control.
Well, we'll figure that out.
I think I've got a way to get it. Hey, do you guys want to buy some Legos?
Expect a control review on the next episode of Game Shelf. We'll see. We'll figure something out.
Oh yeah, it's probably gonna happen.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
one way or the other.
Well, hey guys, this is the end of it. We just, Gamescom was a here and there kind of thing. It wasn't really all what I was hoping it was going to be, but I don't really.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I didn't try to talk you into calling off work or anything for that today.
I called off work for this.
I almost wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. We got to see a little bit more, from, Kojima and all that, and all the other people who'd showed up. And I really thought that we're heading in the right direction so far as, again, we're about there where games are starting to pick up.
As Doctor Strange says, we're in the end game now. We're getting the holiday season. I think it's officially begun.
Just fucking hard cut right there. just put a bullet in me right now. But anyways, no, thanks for listening or watching, depending on what you're doing right now. This was 18.
Yeah,
this is Game Shelf 18. Guys, we're almost halfway to 50.
Not even sort of.
We're close.
We're 14 weeks from being halfway to 50.
We're soon to halfway to 50. But no, thanks for tuning in. You can find us on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, all the fun stuff, Spotify, wherever you want to listen to us and stuff. All thanks to this beautiful face right fucking there. But catch us next week when we do our control review. We've got some other cool things to do. We're also going to do the podcast and everything next week. So, pop in for those. Extra Life and everything else.
It's still months away. But it's coming. Just here's a reminder. It's coming.
This is just, it's a fun reminder that we also do other things. This isn't the only thing that we're going to do. But more importantly, we're also getting close to spooky season. Hinty, hint, hint.
We are getting close to spooky season if I can get some help editing these goddamn videos. We'll see.
I'll just give you some 5-hour energies. Problem solved. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. I don't know why I just did this. I'm not going to try and learn a sign-off thing. Bye.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know what to do anymore.